Hey guys, welcome to the second January vlog for Star Power. I'm gonna share some Star Power trivia with you guys. This may be some stuff you guys already know from either writing the blog or from seeing us at convention. Some of this stuff might be stuff you don't know already. Either way, here's some stuff you might not have known about Star Power. So Star Power was originally called Captain Space, and it was about a space cop named Captain Space, and he worked for like the Space Patrol. And he had his comrades were like Captain Courage and Admiral Orbit and stuff like that. Garth originally drew up some pages for Captain Space as well, but eventually we lost steam on the idea, and because our main character Captain Space wasn't all that interesting, but we kept a lot of the characters from that script. The Countess Nurak Nor of the Ninth Wormhole, she remained. Black Hole Bill, Grex Obel, she was in the original script as well. The Void Angels, obviously. Oh, the Hydralaxians, that race of people, and the Rokosians as well. I think that's it. There will be other characters from that script that will eventually make it back into Star Power as the years go on. So keep an eye out. And while Star Power may have originally been Captain Space, that wasn't her first. Star Power is not Star Power's first appearance. Kinda. I got the idea for Star Power because I had, from a video game. And not from a video game, a pre-existing character. It's from one of those MMOs that you can make your own character. I was playing Champions Online, a kind of the spiritual successor or companion to City of Heroes. And you can make your own superhero, customize them however you want, and I made a star-powered superheroine named, and I called her Star Power. She originally, of course, she was not wearing the costume that Garth designed. She had a traditional spandex superhero outfit, complete with a mask, symbol, everything. And it was a red, white, and blue costume. Not because of any, like, patriotic reasons or, like, USA reasons. It was because at the time that I was playing that, I was living in an apartment in west of Boston. Really heavy light pollution, like any city. And I was just getting into astronomy at the time. So Sirius, the dog star, was a very visible star from my window. And on certain nights when it was just coming up over the buildings, it would twinkle to me in red, white, and blue. Those were maybe it was kind of an orangish and a lightish blue, but you get the idea. But those are the colors that I would see. Those are the colors I associated with a very bright, brilliant star, because that's what Sirius looked like to me through all the light pollution and all that stuff. So Star Power originally had a red, white, and blue outfit. So Officer Shilalis of the Galactic Defense, her name is taken directly from a real estate agent I was working with when I was trying to move out of the same apartment that I was looking at Sirius from the window of. Me can talk good. Anyway, I was trying to think up weird space names, and there was this dude's card, like, right in front of my keyboard at the time. So I just put a space in his last name, and there you go. It turned into a naming convention for the Shulentin. This might be common knowledge. Maybe not. Garth originally did not want to do a superhero comic because he does not like the superhero community in comic book universes. It just gets too, I guess, incestuous, for lack of a better term. It just becomes superheroes fighting supervillains, superheroes only dealing with other superheroes, super this, super that, super this, super that, super this, super that. It's never superhero saves bank robbery or kitten in a tree. Stakes higher than that, but so we wanted to kind of make a superhero who still worked on a lower scale. The stakes were high, not on a global scale, but more like a personal scale, and still saves the day, but not saves the world all the time. Because I originally wanted a superhero community. I thought it was cool, but this was a nice challenge. So I said to Garth, and this would sold him on making Star Power with me. I said to him, well, what if Star Power is the only superhero in this universe? What if she's it? And he said, I'm in. Don't get married to one idea. Let it grow. Let it evolve. Take suggestions. Challenge yourself. You might end up with something better than you originally planned. So, of the Void Angels, there's Skyle, Bug, Burke Tacken. Burke is a character I'd made up a little while ago in, surprise, surprise, a role-playing game that I was playing with my friends. I seem to come up with all the characters I use at some point in my webcomic career from playing role-playing games with my buddies. Now, when I was doing Dominic Deegan, the fantasy webcomic I was working on previous to working with Garth, I had this whole cast of characters in my head that I'd been banging around in my imagination for years, and now I had an outlet to put them in, so I would just pick and choose which ones I wanted at any given time. I just dropped them in there. Easy to do when you are predominantly thinking in like terms of fantasy, magic, swords, wizards, dragons, all that stuff. But I didn't have a lot of sci-fi characters. I had a couple, but they wouldn't fit in Dominic Deegan. It was a fantasy comic, and I learned from trying to mix genres that's kind of a tricky thing to do. But yeah, Burke Tacken came from a space role-playing game I played with my buddies. I don't remember the name of it. It was, this was well over 15 years ago. But Burke Tacken was a pilot I played, and that game is memorable to me because the group of players, we imploded on each other. Not personally, but our characters all imploded on each other. And the game ended before the poor GM, or the guy running the game, before we could get to the big finale he was planning, because we all ended up turning on each other. I think a buddy of mine got murdered. His character got murdered by another character, and Burke was trying to avenge him, and then Burke got arrested because the guy who did the murdering was more important. The game ended with Burke Tacken going to jail. And that was it. That was the last time I'd ever seen that character of mine. But I always felt sorry for him. So when Garth was drawing up the Void Angels in their first appearance, in the first issue, in the first chapter, when I first saw that dude's face in the helmet, like as Star Power is about to ram his ship, I said to myself, "Oh, there he is. That's Burke. I know." I pick, drop, and there he is. So yeah, as of right now, if you're watching this, you've seen Burke already in every storyline so far. Is he going to stick around? Well, duh. Just give away. If you're watching this vlog, you get a little hints of what's to come, even if it's not too terribly obvious already. Garth hates when I tell this story, but I love sharing this because I feel like it's a good example of a good collaboration. Garth and I trust each other very much in this collaboration. He trusts my opinion when it comes to his artwork. I trust his opinion when it comes to the scripts that I'm writing. For issue 3, halfway through the 9th wormhole, I send Garth a script for the 3rd chapter, and I send him 12 pages. I'm moderately happy with him. I don't feel it's my best, but with some suggestions, I felt like I could make it better. Garth sends me back an email that says, "Dude, all these 12 pages are bad. Every single one of them. I don't like I don't like where the story's going in this. I don't like the way the characters are acting. I don't want to draw this. I think you should start again. And here's why." And that was the most important part. He said, "And here's why." And he listed what he thought should be happening, how it should be happening. I could have reacted very differently. I could have been like, "Screw you, I'm right, I'm the writer, go." But no, that is not how a collaboration works. That is not what you do with criticism. That's not what you do with a critique. That's meant to be helpful and is not laden with negativity and like swear words and insults. But no, Garth said, like, "This is what I think should be happening. This is how I think you should do it." So I kicked myself in the face because I've never screwed up that badly before, in my opinion, of me. I went back to the drawing board. I listened to his suggestions, and 12 pages later, issue 3 was right back on track. So no matter how difficult a pill it may be to swallow, when someone you're collaborating with gives you that big of a critique, it's probably for the best. And listen to suggestions, look back, see what you think, what might really be wrong with your work, or what really needs improving, or in some case, go right back to the drawing board. And if it's a good two-way street, if it's a good collaboration where both of you are really listening, where both of you are really respectful of the other person's opinion, and you're trying to make the best thing that you both are proud enough to put your names on, that represents you. I mean, it's a bit of a hurdle, but hurdles are meant to be jumped over. And if you can clear it, you move on to the next one. Yeah. That's all the trivia I can think up right now. I don't want to give away all the trivia because I might need to do this again for another vlog. So hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of Star Power trivia, and we'll see you for the vlog in February. Rock on.